Most people think success in entrepreneurship takes decades of hard work, endless hustle, and a lot of luck. But what if I told you it could be packed into just 5 minutes of powerful insights? Here's a shocking fact: 80% of startups fail within the first 2 years. But here's the kicker: most of them fail because of avoidable mistakes, not lack of effort. In fact, studies show that 70% of entrepreneurs could have succeeded if they'd made smarter decisions sooner. Imagine how different their journey could have been if they had the right strategies from the start. In this video, I'll share 35 years of life lessons and entrepreneurship wisdom, all packed into 6 game-changing strategies. Whether you're just starting out or looking to level up, these lessons will help you make smarter choices and avoid the traps most people fall into. Stick around, because by the end, you'll see entrepreneurship in a whole new light. Chapter 1. The Hustle Myth. Work smarter, not harder. We've all heard the saying, hustle hard, or you won't make it. But here's the truth: it's not the hustle, it's the strategy behind it that matters. Entrepreneurs often burn out because they think that grinding 24/7 is the key to success. What if I told you working smarter is the secret? Take Tim Ferriss, for example. In his book The 4-Hour Workweek, he suggests focusing on the 20% of tasks that generate 80% of results. This concept is known as the Pareto principle, and it's a game changer for productivity. Rather than wasting hours on low-impact activities, find what really drives your success and double down on that. Here's a staggering stat: 25% of entrepreneurs suffer from burnout. Avoid this by creating efficient systems. Instead of working harder, optimize your workflow and automate where possible. Work smart, and you'll get more done in less time, while also keeping your energy intact. Chapter 2. The Failing Forward Principle. Embrace the oops. We've all failed at some point, but here's a twist: failing doesn't mean you've lost, it means you've learned. In fact, some of the world's most successful entrepreneurs failed their way to the top. Jeff Bezos, Amazon's founder, famously said, "If you double the number of experiments you do per year, you're going to double your inventiveness. Embrace failure. It's part of the process." Think about it. Thomas Edison failed 1,000 times before inventing the light bulb. And his response? "I have not failed, I've just found 1,000 ways that won't work." A study from the Journal of Business Venturing found that businesses that embrace failure early on have a 30% higher chance of long-term success. Why? Because each failure teaches a valuable lesson that will move you closer to success. Learn to pivot quickly, adapt, and use your failures to fuel future innovation. Chapter 3. The Power of Saying No. Mastering your boundaries. As an entrepreneur, opportunities are everywhere, but you can't say yes to everything. In fact, saying no is one of the most powerful tools in your arsenal. Warren Buffett, one of the richest men in the world, once said, "The difference between successful people and really successful people is that really successful people say no to almost everything." Setting boundaries is crucial to maintaining focus. Saying no allows you to prioritize what truly matters in your business. It's about protecting your time and energy. In fact, research from the Harvard Business Review shows that entrepreneurs who learn to say no are 40% more likely to reach their goals. When you say no to distractions, you open up space to say yes to what moves the needle for your business. Focus on the activities that align with your long-term vision, and let go of everything else. If you're finding these tips helpful, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. You'll get more practical insights to boost your entrepreneurial journey. Chapter 4. Timing trumps talent. Why when you do it matters more. You can be the most talented person in the room, but if the timing is off, it won't matter. This is one of the most overlooked secrets in entrepreneurship. Consider the story of the iPhone. Steve Jobs didn't just launch a smartphone, he launched it when the world was ready for it. The technology, the culture, and the demand all aligned perfectly. In fact, research from The Economist shows that 70% of startup success is about timing. Getting your product or service in front of the right people at the right time is often more important than perfecting the idea. Entrepreneurs often rush to launch too early or wait too long. The key is understanding when the market is ready for your product and acting swiftly. Don't just focus on building something amazing, focus on when the world is ready for it. Chapter 5. From Scarcity to Abundance. Shifting your entrepreneurial mindset. Success in entrepreneurship begins in your mind. If you believe there's only so much success to go around, you'll always be stuck in a mindset of scarcity. But if you shift to an abundance mindset, you open yourself up to endless possibilities. Consider the rise of companies like Uber and Airbnb. They disrupted entire industries by believing that sharing resources could create value for everyone. Instead of thinking, there's only room for one, they thought, let's create something bigger together. Research by Stanford shows that entrepreneurs with an abundance mindset are 50% more likely to take calculated risks, which leads to greater innovation and success. The key is to believe that opportunities are limitless. Shift your thinking, and watch how new doors begin to open. Chapter 6. The Art of the Pivot. Reinventing yourself without losing your core change is inevitable in business, and being able to pivot is essential. But a pivot doesn't mean abandoning your core mission. It means adapting to new circumstances while staying true to your original vision. One example is Netflix. The company began as a DVD rental service and later shifted to streaming. However, they didn't lose sight of their mission to entertain the world. Their ability to pivot while maintaining their core value is why they became a global powerhouse. Studies show that businesses that pivot effectively are 20% more likely to succeed in the long run. The key is to listen to feedback, track market trends, and be willing to adjust your approach while keeping your ultimate purpose intact. Reinvent, adapt, and evolve, but never lose sight of why you started. If you enjoyed these lessons, make sure to subscribe for more tips that will take your entrepreneurial journey to the next level. These 6 life lessons aren't just business strategies, they're principles that can change the way you think about entrepreneurship. Remember, it's not about grinding endlessly, fearing failure, or chasing every opportunity. It's about working smart, embracing change, and believing in the endless potential around you. Follow these strategies, and you might just find that 35 years of wisdom fit into a much shorter time frame.